after that, when we had 30 people in the first one, we had 6 volunteers. A month after that, the volunteers actually fell to 4 people. I don't know how they managed it. I assume a time as somebody on tokens, 1 scanner leaving, maybe 1 marker. 2 weeks later, John Potter announced he's be coming for a second park run, and the number of runners immediately plummeted to 16. Our lowest ever. But the good news is our volunteers rose to 6. Now, 6 years later, since Christmas Eve, we've averaged 438 runners, and that will gone on to the big for today, 26 volunteers. The person who's largely responsible for having all these volunteers is Jen Cross, who's there. Jen's a hugely valuable member of the core team here. I really appreciate it, forever telling her that. And as Jen selects the Volunteers Award herself, she never gets it, which is a shame, really. Jen's going to let us know who she's selected as this year's Volunteers Award and present it.
Right, another year. Pardon? I can't do that. Another year, another verse. But please don't start to fret. This person is a stalwart and his category is vet. They don't run parkrun anymore, they totaled only 6. But they come back nearly every week to get their Conkers fix. 145 volunteers is the total reach today. They like to help out regularly at our Ashley Waltz 5K. They've marshalled scans and tokens and often timed in and briefed the newbie runners so this trophy they will win. This person is Tony Stone.
Tony doesn't run very often, but he comes week after week to help us out, and that's fantastic. Along with, of course, Jen, Lawrence, who again comes every week. Freya Potter, and when she's injured, which seems to be quite a lot, Fiona Beck as well. On the subject of volunteers, we've recently had 2 pacing events which were fantastically successful. We had something like 230 PVs spread over the 2 weeks. And we couldn't have done that without South Derbyshire Road Runners and Ivanhoe Running Club. And I did say I'd do a pacing trophy to see who got the closest to it. Well, I've had a look, and Ivanhoe on average were within 18.4 seconds of their actual time. And South Derbyshire Road Runners were within 10.1 seconds. We also have an individual pacing award for the person who got closest to the target time. Now we only have 1 trophy, but we have 2 people who got spot on. One was seen dancing around down MC Enstone Trail to try and use some time up, and the other was faffing about in the tunnel to try and use some time up. So to try and split them up, there's only one solution. One is looking a little weathered and is knocking on a bit. The other's young and attractive. Neither of them are here, but her mum is, so she can pass it on. The idea of having the 2 pacing events in March was because we run something called Run Fantastic from January through to March. There's 9 teams in it, which were largely from Conkers, but we had 1 team from Canada and 1 team from Derbyshire somewhere in it. Now the 2 teams came first, they get nothing for it apart from a bit of a cheer from you. So if you're in Gin and Sonics or Conker wave your arms in the air. And a big thanks to go to James, who dealt with the spreadsheet, and Chris, wherever he is, who dealt with the website. And also Ainsley, Cassia and Paolo added vlogs to it, which is great. Many of you know that this is the last year of the Parker and points table, and that's in fact it finished in February, but we're going to do something again. I don't know what, but it'll have to be something easy. Now, to present the ladies' points winner is Saran.
Good morning! Hope you can hear me alright, it's quite quiet over there, so I'm going to shout a bit louder. So, last points winner for Conkers Park Run. This person has run very consistently for the last few months, and before that has run many marathons, half marathons, has been a fabulous friend to me in some time. Dawn Storer was third in the points table. Claire Pickering was second. Also mention that Charlotte Carr, who was 13, was 6th in the points table. So, back to the winner, who has done 141 runs at Conkers, 162 park runs total, PB of, let me think, what was it? 22:14, unless it was faster today. Victorious.
It's worth pointing out another fantastic record by one of the ladies. Tracy Hintzman has now achieved cutting in as First Lady over 50 times. To present the men's points winner is another of our core team. It's Lawrence, and Lawrence is going to come and do that job too.
The men's points race very tight this year. Obviously, it's going to be the last one. The person that won, according to my records, came here 45 times and was in the top 10 41 of those 45 times, which is darn impressive, you can say. And he got his PB only a couple of weeks ago with a 17:27. So an awesome winner. The top three are, in third place was Mark Harriott. Richard Miller. And another notable junior, we had Tom Potter, who came in 9th position. Really well effort. The winner of the 2017 points champion is Andy Horton.
We received the poses out on that.
Andy's going to take on his behalf, one of the guys.
Oh, go and get the trophy, just do that. Good, mate.
We've already had one or two juniors mentioned, and junior runners are really important to us, as you know. We've had some people with great years, like Charlotte and Tom, who've run consistently and enjoyed running. We've had Finn, and Christian, who they don't hide the fact they don't enjoy running. But turn up week after week. Finley has actually run more than anybody, and he's on 52 runs, 5 more than his brother Caden. One person for this award has really stood out though. Totally dislikes running. Rarely runs week after week, contributes hugely to our parking. I absolutely trust this person to do the job and show other people how to do it. This year's Junior Award goes to Freya Potter. I know some people don't like being called a veteran, particularly if you're female and blonde. I suspect this person doesn't realise how quite well she's fought up here, and I'd like to present the Veterans Award this year to Pauline Cooper.
you're a veteran, though.
Lindsay is going to present the Runners Runners Award.
So this is the one where you guys get to nominate someone that you think represents the Conkers department at its best, whether it's running, walking, jogging or volunteering. Thank you for all the nominations that you put forward. It's really good to know how much we appreciate each other at Parkrun. The person to receive this year's Runners Runner Award has completed Conkers Parkrun 168 times. They've been somewhere else 23 times. This is someone you'll see at the run brief, smiling and clapping. You'll see them out on the course, running damn good times that quite honestly make me want to cry. You'll hear them motivating and supporting others, and you'll have no doubt seen them in here in the cafe having a chat with everyone afterwards. Over the years, they volunteered in 9 different roles, totaling up 91 volunteer credits. So I think that's more than me and the crew. To see why other runners here have nominated this person, because they've donned a pacing bib 29 times. I wonder how many PBs they've earned for people. This person has marshalled 18 times and his fastest time around the course is 22:22. You could say he's got zoom. Best known to many of us is his alter ego photo chippy. He spent no less than 24 Saturday afternoons going through the long-winded process of putting photos on Facebook so that we can look at our faces afterwards. Mr. Robert Dilworth, please come on.
To the Directors Award. Last year I went to a group of people, went to Adonis Wives, who bring a great deal of fun to Conkers, as we all know, with their rabbit ears and other stuff they turn up in. This year is not going to a group. I mentioned earlier how important volunteers are, and we all know that, but when I see people who are injured or still come along and volunteer, or when they're running, help out with the early organisation of the run, so particularly getting everybody parked nice and safely and efficiently, it means a great deal to us. I cannot think of anybody more deserving than Janet and John Potter. In addition, we've got Sam, who's in New York, supporting us, partner with the marathon. We've got, who else have we got? We haven't mentioned. Nicola Briggs, yes, we've got Nicola Briggs, who's also an important part of it. But the thing is, it's your run, it's not our run. So we're always open to any suggestions, whether it's for anything social or anything to do with the parkrun. So always shout up, come and see any of the core team. Like, for example, considering resurrecting the Conkers collective runs, which we used to have once a month from a youth hostel, just go and run and then have a bite to eat and drink together at the youth hostel. They were quite successful for a while. A couple of years ago, James organised a bike ride from here to Bradley Junction for Cape and back, so maybe we can do that again. The next couple of weeks or so, we're going to organise a litter pick down the trail. None of it's our rubbish, but we think it's a nice thing to do for the local community. So just remember, whether it's 300 parkruns or 3 parkruns, it's your parkrun. So, everyone having a great time. Thank you.